Right, at work, I'm just about to go for my lunch, and look what the weather's like. The outside of the car looks rather impressive. Yay, I got a white Zoe. Right, time to go home for lunch. Now, as you can see, the car is nicely covered and frozen. It's not just snow, it's actually pretty well frozen on it. Considering I didn't actually plug it in, I cheated. So, I've actually turned the car on. Whilst I go inside and have my breakfast, it should be nice and toasty by the time I get back. And hopefully the car will actually be warmed up. It's already nice and warm, hopefully it will be defrosted by then. So I'm going to put the rear defroster on, as well as the front defroster. This is about as close as I got to having, doing the normal scraper thing. It's only because I was on call last night, I didn't actually plug it in. The battery's at around 55, 56%, so I didn't really need to ride it. I'm kind of regretting I didn't. So, yeah. Anyway, breakfast time, and this should be nicely defrosted by the time. Bye. Okay, 18:51. Windscreen nice and clear. I think it's been running for about 10 minutes, I'd say, a little bit more maybe. Yeah, let's see now if... Yeah, that actually worked. That was rock solid last time. Great! Now, time to go to work. Good evening. As you saw, the weather's pretty crap. There's sleet and snow sort of forecast for tonight. Now I'm just back from taking my dog for a walk, which I do regularly, and I charge the car whilst I do it. So my car is currently at 93%, and you can tell that I've been booting it around town for a while because my range is only 91 kilometers. Yeah, I've probably just been a little bit too heavy-footed. However, I have a very quick fix for that. If you notice on the right hand side of the screen, just going past it, I can reset my counters, and that automatically raises the estimate kilometers up to a more healthy 120. As you can tell as well, by the way, I'm nearly reaching 9,000 kilometers. So anyway, what I plan on doing is I'm planning on plugging in my car. Now, I'm going to set it to come on. I have a 9 o'clock start tomorrow for work, so I will be leaving home around 8:45. Now, I'm going to set my car to not start charging until 8:15. And with a comfort timer of 8:45, so that if it needs half an hour to start preloading, it can get it. Might even start it at 8 o'clock, just to give it a bit of time to properly preload, so that at 8:45 my car should actually be warmed up, and if it is snowing, it should be defrosted rather than one block of ice as this morning. So, right, so what I said the last time was that if you want a shortcut, you can press that button, but, there we go. Now, somebody on the comments has actually asked me about these times. Can you actually set a timer to come on a schedule? No, you can't. You've got time 1, you've got time 2. Now, they're both one-offs. Just turn you off. They're both one-offs, so they're not a schedule as such. So I'm gonna set timer 1. I'm going to set that to my 8:45 departure. It does it in hours on the left hand side and in 15 minutes on the right hand side. 8:45. Don't forget to press done. I always forget that. So then you have a second timer here. Like if you have, say, the morning and the evening, you could set one to say 5 o'clock and one at 8:45, and you'll have two. All you have to do when you park the car then is to press either the menu, vehicle, electric vehicle, comfort timer button, or just the button in the air conditioning timers. But anyway, so this is my comfort timer set. Next thing is I'm going to set my charge timer, and that is under electric vehicle, charge scheduler. My apologies. Now, the charge scheduler, you can set a calendar. The calendar does a week, and you can increase and decrease as you wish. So if you want, you can set it from, say, charging between working hours and then nothing in the weekends. Or if you want to charge solar panels, you can tell it to just, charge during the day. Or if you have night saver, you can tell it to charge during the night. I don't use it because I have neither. No solar panels, nor have I got night saver. I might get that at some stage. Okay, so I said 8:15. So here we go, 8:15. Done. So I now have the usual double tokens on the dashboard, meaning that my car has both a charge timer and a comfort timer ready. So we'll see. There might not be snow, Irish weather being unpredictable and all that. But if there is snow, hopefully my car will be nice and warm. Time to plug in and go inside for a cup of tea and bed. See you guys tomorrow. Well, good morning. Nice thick layer of ice. I mean, it is genuinely solid. I can't even get my nails under it. It looks like it snowed. Half melted and froze over. Anyway, the car is preheating at the moment. You can see it has the flashing ZE logo, so it's on timer. I bet you if I go look inside, if I can, it's saying time remaining 0. I don't even think you can see that. Anyway, it's going to start defrosting in a while, and we'll see how far it gets. God, I'm glad I plugged it in. Bye. Now 8:45. And look at this. Nice and defrosted. Fairly impressed with that, actually. Even the side is gone. Now I'd say most of it was probably just snow that melted and then sort of turned into ice. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Right, time to unplug and go to work. Now the other thing worth noting is that it actually was at, the battery temperature was actually at 88%. Now, it was 93 when I plugged in last night. I've seen this behaviour before. It's sort of, yeah, I think it has something to do with charging up at a certain temperature, and then the temperature either drops or goes up. And the battery percentage you're left with actually changes for some strange reason. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the actual cause is, but it's something to do with temperature. Anyway, time for me to go to work. Bye! Good morning, everybody. It is 5:30 in the morning, and I am once again on my way down to Dublin for the Irish EV Owners AGM. It's on at Nissan headquarters at around 10:30 this morning. So I am planning a 2-stop strategy on my way to Dublin, just like the last times. I am planning Cashel, then junction 14, depending on how the battery looks by the time I reach Portlaoise. I might try Portlaoise for a quick top up, but I think I'll do majority of my charging in junction 14. The reason for that is that it has 24-hour services, and it will more than likely midway Portlaoise will more than likely be closed by the time I get there. So first, on my way to Cashel, I charged up the battery last night, so I have pretty much a full battery. I charged up at the train station where I took my dog for a walk. so range to get to Cashel is not an issue, and it is weather-wise pretty good as well. It's dry, it's about 9 degrees at 5:30 in the morning, so it's going to be a semi-warm day for the time of year. And yeah, looking forward to the drive. Now on the way back, I'm going to be visiting 3 more points for the photo rally, and hopefully I will add those to my previous 2 that you saw in an episode a while back, to bring my tally up to 5. And hopefully I'm looking forward to the day, and hopefully everything will go as smoothly as I hope it will. But first, on my way to Cashel. Bye. Alright, so here we are, Cashel. I have another, 25 kilometres left of range, so I have enough to reach Urlingford should this not work. But I heard it's back in operation, and I'm not expecting any issues, and there is nobody there, which is good. It means it's mine, all mine. No cones either, which is a little bit interesting in a way. Right, time to plug in and get some breakfast. Oh dear. Oh, it's a new menu, that's right. I read about that. Apparently there's a new menu. Yeah, could be interesting. Time to try it out and see where we are. Bye. Check charging post. Well, that can't be good, can it? Now, why the hell would they actually end up ruining a perfectly good charge post with a software upgrade? I do not understand this. Okay. I walked away from the car. I let it turn itself off, and the BCI error seems to have cleared. However, the sat-nav seems to have a little bit of issue. So let's see now. Stop it now. Steady now. Okay. I was waiting for the car to find its feet again. I'm not sure what it had. Maybe it had the technical equivalent of a fit. I don't know. I've never seen a battery charge impossible error before anyway. Okay, so that seems to be okay. I might just start the engine and see if that all goes okay. Have we got green lights? We've got green lights. Okay. I'm gonna try and hook up one more time because, well, just because I'm so inclined. We'll see how that goes. That's a no. This is turning into a lovely morning already. Okay, looks like I'm gonna go on my way. To Turles, where I was before, at the train station. Try my luck there. If not, this could be a very, very long day. I was told I was reminded that Urlingford might be closed. So yeah. Damn. Okay. I went into the shop there for a minute, and I came back and the battery charge impossible error cleared. Now I'm not gonna try it again. It's the second time I'll be trying, or fourth time really, because I've tried it about 4 times. So what I've done instead is I have put in a route to Turles train station, and I'm going to sit there for a little bit and move on to Portlaoise or something. I'll figure something out. Alright, Turles first, and hopefully that'll work. Hello folks. Okay, I'm in Turles in the train station where I was before. The last time I drove up to Dublin, so this is becoming a habit which I'm not too happy about. thankfully this post is charging as such. I'm down to 16%, so it's fairly close to a low battery warning. Now it is 7 o'clock in the morning. The meeting starts at around 10:30, so I'm probably gonna give this about 15-20 minutes just to get up to about 20% plus, probably 25. And I'm going to move on to Urlingford, which should be open at that stage. Yeah, this is a pain. I'll send ESB an email, because their helpline I don't think is open at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. So yeah, Cashel was down, if you remember, a few episodes back, when I went to Holland last time. It was broken and it was out of action for a good few weeks. I think about a month and a half. And it had parts replaced and whatnot, including a software upgrade, hence the different menu. So I have a feeling that whatever they did to repair it kind of broke Zoe compatibility, which is a shame. Either that or it's my car. So yeah. Anyway, we'll sit here for a little while, try and stay positive, and we'll move on. Check back with you when I'm leaving. Good luck. Okay, I am on my way down to Urlingford. Taking a bit of a chance here. If Urlingford doesn't work, I'm kind of stuck because I only have about 30 kilometers worth of range. Abbey Leaks is another 20 kilometers or so after Urlingford, so I don't know. We'll see. Was getting a little bit frustrated with things, so I'm just getting impatient, which might be an unwise decision. Anyhows, onwards, I suppose, and we will check back with you guys when I'm in Urlingford and hopefully charging. Bye now. Hello folks, we are in Urlingford. As you can probably hear by the noise in the background, we're actually charging. 45 minutes time remaining, so it's working at 44 kilowatt, which is awesome. It's a little bit of an annoyance now with driving electric cars. If something goes wrong, you get delayed. Now, thankfully, there was enough redundancy in the network and with me. This is why you never really arrive at a charging station with sort of a battery warning light. If you're driving on a safe basis, you shouldn't really do it. I made a gamble here now, to be quite honest, because I got sick and tired of sitting in a train station that was closed, charging very, very, very slowly. Okay, so anyway, we are charging at a rapid rate. Pardon the pun. So yeah, I'm delighted with that. Sadly though, the petrol station itself is still closed. I was able to get down here, so I'm actually wondering, do they block this off, or is this 24-hour accessible? But anyway. So, charging up, I'll give it the full whack, or I might just get enough to go down to Portlaoise just to keep my time schedule. So I'll figure out how far it is from here to Portlaoise, and I think we'll continue from there, just to keep my time schedule up. So I think I'll do a small charge, then move on, small charge, move on, just to get to the meeting. Okay, excellent. Relieved is the word. Okay, I'm gonna surf the internet for a little bit, talk to a few people, because I'm meeting up with, I was planning on meeting up with somebody at junction 14, so I might be a bit delayed, but yeah. Righto, talk to you guys later. Now here we go, we're at 97% time to stop. It's It's actually good to actually see it working. I was getting a little bit disheartened there. But we're at 97%, so we have plenty to reach our next stop, which is junction 14. Awesome. Right, so folks, I shall see you there, and I'll report back. I think the radio is trying to give me a pep talk. Don't stop believing. Better slow down a bit. Right, folks, as you can see, I've been doing motorway speeds the whole way up. I felt that it was no real point in taking it slow. There are regular stops along the way. Well, if they work, obviously. Now, the only reason I'm pretty much booting it down to junction 14 is because it was only about 60 kilometers away. Thereabouts. Here's my dashboard. Application, it's a handy thing to have. Actually, I think I've shown it before. This is the driver side of things, you know, just the time on the left hand side. It's basically how long you've driven. It starts at 2 o'clock, so it advises regular breaks at 2 o'clock, you know, after 2 hours. So it's a handy thing to have, even though you probably won't be driving for 2 hours. Well, definitely not on the motorway anyway. I've done only 57.5 kilometers there, so that's why I booted it down. There was no fear of me actually running out of power prior to reaching the charging station. So I'll check back with you guys when I'm at junction 14. Made it. Time to plug in and grab some breakfast. Total so far, I don't think Zoe is rather impressed with my speed. Alright, time to grab a coffee. Okay, charge finished. Had a lovely cup of coffee and a chat with, I believe, one of my subscribers. And it was a good chat. So we're now on our way. I'm following him because I actually have no idea where I'm going, really. And I'm probably too lazy to put it in the sat nav. So I'm following him down to Nissan headquarters up in Dublin. And we'll get the AGM on the way. So we'll see you folks there. I just had a bit of a laugh at someone's expense driving along the M7 just before the Kildare Village shopping centre, and we saw some a guy walking along the side of the road with a little jerry can, and a car parked on the side of the road shortly before that. I have a feeling the guy ran out of petrol or diesel. It just goes to show running out of fuel can happen no matter what type of car you're driving. Yeah, it just made me feel a hell of a lot better. You know, little setbacks happen when you're driving electric cars, but as I was explaining to Nick, who's driving in front of me, I've never actually been stopped in my tracks. I've been delayed in the inconvenience, yes, but I've never actually been stopped. Right, onward we go. Alright, at least we made it. Nissan headquarters. Excellent. Good afternoon, folks. It is 3:10. I'm just driving out of Dublin now. It was a very good meeting. Met a good few familiar faces and a good few new faces, all of which was lovely. And yeah, now on my way back. The sun has come out, which is good because it means that I can actually do some of my photographic rally points in some bit of decent light, although my wife was saying that the weather over towards my hometown of Mallow is a little bit worse. So we'll see what it's like. I have to get the car washed first anyway. She's grey, not black. Currently showing 50 kilometers estimate range. I reckon that's going to drop rather fast because I'm going to actually go. I've got a fierce headwind, so I have a feeling that I'm probably going to have to make 3 stops rather than 2 on the way back. So yeah, we'll see how things go. First stop I'm going to probably say is going to be Naas for a quick top up. Might stretch it to junction 14 depending on what the range is. Should be doable in all fairness. And get the car washed and get ready to start taking some pictures. The first one is near Monster Evan, so that's near junction 14, so that should be a nice small short hop. And we'll see what the first stop is about. Right, talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, I decided to go to Naas. Might come to regret this decision. It's a Saturday, it's rather busy, and this particular charger is on right next to a shopping centre, so on a Saturday it's rather busy. So let me just have a peek and see what's there. There's one leaf charging I can see from here, and I hope I can actually get to the other bay. But it looks of it, there might be a van in the way. Ah, Nick. I actually know the person driving the Leaf. That's encouraging. Might drop him a line and see if he's ready to move. But it looks like I'm blocked. Actually, I stand corrected. It's actually an ENV. It's actually a plug-in car. That's good to know. I still am no closer to actually charging. I might park the car and see if Nick is available. Bound to happen. Okay, you've just been spotted. Thank you very much.
So you got yourself a job on it today then, didn't you? Oh, very nice.
I think I know a certain lady who's responsible for that particular sticker. Here we are, half an hour later, and we are full. Time to unplug and continue on our wonderful journey. Okay, I'm back on my way to, I think it's the Kildare point. Might even be Port Leash. I think Munster Evan is in Kildare. Anyway, I'm on my way to the Kildare or Port Leash point of the photographic rally, and it's now 4:30, so I've got about another hour or daylight or so. A little bit longer these days, so probably another 2 maybe. So if I'm fortunate enough, I can get 2 points done in daylight, more or less. The weather is lovely, but there's a fierce breeze now, so the actual wind hasn't really died down, so I've got a nice amount of headwind, which is going to impact on my range. Now, my wife asked me to pick up something in Fermoy, so I'm more than likely going to actually charge up in Fermoy before I head home. So the plan is to go to Monster Evan, do my shot, then go to the next point, which is beyond Port Leash. I can't exactly remember where it is, so I'll have to look it up. Do that one anyway. I'll drive on to Urlingford, charge up there, and then go on to the point near Cashel. I might pay Cashel a visit and ask them about putting cones back down. I noticed this morning when I was there were no cones. They were kind of keeping the bay clear. Hopefully ESB will actually get to paint them soon. The one at Cashel in particular, because it's notorious for being blocked. some of that range, because I don't really fancy having to make too many stops on the way back. Alright, bye for now. Right, so I just made a quick non-charging stop in junction 14. Now, figured out where I needed to go. I also downloaded the actual PDF of the destinations onto my phone, which I should have done prior to leaving this morning. But anyway, I suppose that's why we have mobile internet. So I'm now going to go down to Monaster Evan. Monaster Evan. Anyway, it's the point's actually in the town square, so that should be easy enough to find. I've got the town centre in my sat nav. I didn't bother with the exact GPS coordinates because it looked pretty small to begin with. So I should be there in the next 4 to 5 minutes, which will be great because it's a lovely, lovely sunny day. It is sadly fairly windy. So like previously mentioned, I have a feeling my range is probably going to end up suffering. But I should be able to, I might do a quick top up in Portlaoise before I actually get on to the second point. I might get my dinner there while I'm at it, because it is after all near enough dinner time. So yeah, that's the next plan. Very good. So I've done my snaps. It was the Kilkenny. I think it was the Kilkenny point. Anyway, done my snaps. Next one is the Laois point, and the only thing is that it's beyond Portlaoise, and judging by my current range estimate, I don't actually have enough battery power to reach it before going to Midway, Portlaoise Midway. So it looks like I will be doing a charge at Portlaoise Midway with dinner, followed by a drive to the point, which is a ruin of an abbey. It looks nice actually. I just hope I'll get there before the daylight is gone. Anyway, so that is the plan. So a quick charge up in Portlaoise Midway, and then on to the Laois point. Anybody want to guess what's missing? I presume this little blue flashing light has something to do with it. But anyway, it doesn't appear to have any AC available. That could be troublesome. Right, two things I can do. I can press on to Monaster Evan and do this particular point later, or I can find a spot here inside Portlaoise and charge up there. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. It's a little bit unfortunate. I just checked the map. ESB do seem to have it marked as AC operational, so I think I'll alert them to the fact that the AC is not operational. But as luck may have it, Portlaoise actually has a total of 4 charge points, this one included. So I am just going to go to one of the other ones, and I'm going to see, first of all, do they work? Secondly, are they 22 kilowatt? If they are 22 kilowatt, I am just going to charge up there and do the point and move on to Urlingford. If they are not, I'm going to forget the point and I am going to go and just go on home really, because daylight is fading and it's getting late. It's about 5:15. I've been on the roads for near enough 12 hours, or on the go for near enough 12 hours, not on the road, on the go. So yeah, it's been a long old day so far, and it's not over yet. So yeah, let's have a look at the other points in Portlaoise before we decide what to do. Okay, Looks like we made it. There's a charge point, and there is dinner. Now let's hope it actually both works out. That and that. Okay, looks like we're charging, which is very good. Don't know if you can hear it, but the fan is actually going in the back of the car. I have a feeling the battery's probably getting a little bit on the warm side now with all the fast charges and all the fast driving and all the stopping and going. So it probably wants to cool down a little. Okay, looks like we're charging, so I'm going to go across the street, grab something to eat, and I have apparently 50 minutes before the battery's full. I'm probably going to give it about a half an hour, see where we are. I must be honest, I don't think I'll actually go to the Laois photo rally point because the daylight is fading, wind is picking up, and I'm just knackered at this stage. So I think I'll just go from here to Monasterevin and charge up there. Okay, food first. Bye. Well, here we are. That was a lovely pizza. So time to go home. It's been a long enough day. 93%. It should be plenty to actually get to where am I going? Urlingford. Should be plenty to get to Urlingford, and we'll top up there, then on to Fermoy and home. Right, talk to you guys later. Bye. Now on the road again. About 40 kilometres down to Urlingford from here. No worries with regards to range. Now, what I had noticed is that on the way back, due to the fact that I have a headwind, my estimate range and the fact that I've been actually booting it up the last 200 or so kilometres means that my estimate range according to my car is now, well, I was in the car park at 93%, you might have seen it. The actual estimate range was in the high 90s. Yeah, that just goes to show that whatever happens if you actually drive like a lunatic, or at least drive aggressively. I drove 110 to 120 kilometers per hour the whole way up. Gale force winds in my back was great. Yeah, so that makes the estimate that the car thinks I can do a little bit lower. I know that if I moderate my driving style, that should go up. But at the moment there's a wind warning in effect in most places anyway. So it's getting very breezy. The car is being shaken from left to right when I was down in junction 14, when you're actually sitting there and the car is actually physically moving. So yeah, it's pretty breezy out there. Nevertheless, onwards. Urlingford worked like a charm this morning, so I'm hoping that it'll actually work again like a charm. And yeah, from there I'm going to go on to Fermoy. Like I said, my wife asked me to pick up something, so I'm going to probably charge in Fermoy as well. I was there earlier in the week and the charger did function, but it ran at 22 kilowatts, so I'm just a little curious to see if I can actually make it work at 44 kilowatts. Just like Urlingford will hopefully be working at 44 kilowatts. Alright folks, talk to you in Urlingford. Oh dear. It just started charging and then it cut out again. Oh boy. Okay, I guess we've got no choice but to actually unplug and start again. Or, oh, hang on, it's just resetting. No, battery charge impossible. I think it's time to unplug. Right, situation update. Currently in Urlingford. Tried to plug in and get started. It started, stopped, started, flashed up, battery and charge impossible, stopped. And at that stage I actually unplugged. Now the charger seems to be stuck somewhat it won't read my card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the good folks at ESB a ring. Considering it's a Saturday and it's 5 to 7, I sincerely doubt I'll actually get through to someone. But we'll try. So, status update. We've decided Erlingford was a lost cause. A very nice lady answered the phone. Went through a few steps, tried a few restarts. No, car is not happy. Car is saying battery charge impossible, starting the charge, stopping the charge, doing all sorts of things. So, decided to give up. I'm just going to check to see how far our car is from here. Shut up. Just going to take you guys with me. Now, when something like battery charge impossible and things like that happen, I always have the feeling that there's like a current or a surge of something coming through the car, and you get little things like that. If you notice Arling, it's somewhat blank. It goes through little fritzes, if that's what you want to call it. Has issues anyway. Now, the good news is that I have 46 kilometers of range left. I have about 40 something %. Okay, so that kind of means that I am doing relatively well with regards to battery power. So the next question is, how far is let's see now, charge station. I'm gonna go to near my location because there's not too many nearby. So we have Erlingford's where we are at the moment. So Irish Rail Turles is the one in the right direction. We then have Topaz. Now Topaz didn't really want to work for me this morning. Then again, this worked perfectly fine and is now busted. So I have a feeling Cahir is further away than I'd like. 45. That's not bad. I got 46 at the moment. That might work. We'll go eco route. Yeah, that should just about work. Will we chance it or won't we chance it? What I might do is change route, travel via charging station near my location. I might try going via Turles. Just we're gonna go eco route again. So that gives me a total of an additional 8 kilometers. So I'm not even going out of my way a lot, which is good. Alright. And we are off. It's gonna be a long freaking day at this rate. I'm not entirely sure what to say about this now, and please don't take this the wrong way, ladies watching. I'm convinced this car is a temperamental woman. I'm going to get so much flack for this now. Anyway, we're charging at full 43 kilowatt rates. Still in Erlingford, didn't move. Tell you what I did. I got a battery charge impossible error which cleared nearly the moment I unplugged. Now, what I did was pretty much two things. I unplugged everything from the car, including that I had it charging via the USB lead. You're gonna laugh at this maybe, but when I had my Prius, I had one of those 12-volt cigarette lighter used with 2 USB ports in it. Whenever my wife plugged in her tablet, the car wouldn't turn off properly. It just wouldn't. And it actually prevented the Prius from shutting down properly and actually, allowing it to lock and those kind of things. Why are you turning things off on me? Stupid excuse for a... I hope this works now. Or am I gonna upset things now? No, I think we're still okay. Can I turn the light on? Yes. Nothing stopped? Nothing stopped. Okay, good. Right. Now, basically, my the Prius wouldn't actually properly turn off. So that gave me the idea. So I unplugged my phone. I then unplugged the car, fully closed everything off. I drove around the petrol station, basically doing a proper sort of start up drive, shut down cycle so that the car was sort of semi-settled. So I parked as close to the charger as I could, and then got out of the car, waited for the car to lock, and unlocked it. Or I didn't. Sorry, I unlocked the charge port. I should say I unlocked the charge port. The rest of the car was still locked. Went to the charger, plugged it in, gave the actual plug a good push, made sure that it actually was properly inserted, and it started charging straight away. It's very strange, but I'm gonna blame the car for this one, and have to be honest, I'm gonna blame this. That kind of made me wonder, because I don't think Cashel had that particular affliction. I'm not quite sure what the reason for the Cashel failure was this morning, but it's not sitting well with me. Anyway, at the moment I'm on nearly 70%, and my next stop will be Fermoy, and I have only been delayed by half an hour, with me trying to figure out between phoning ESB, and in all fairness, ESB, thank you very much. Sheila particularly, thank you very much, been very helpful, and tried your best, but I'm gonna blame this car for whatever the hell happened. Okay, after all that, I'm gonna need a cup of coffee, because I've been sitting here now for about a half an hour getting frustrated. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab something to eat or something like that, or a cup of coffee whilst this is finishing charging, because this is just nerve-wracking. But we're charging. Okay, we are back on the road again. Next stop, hopefully, Fermoy. If it looks like I'm not going to make it, I'll make a small stop off in Cahir, but I hope I can make it. The wind is, there's a lot of wind against me, so that doesn't help. But my biggest problem is the fact that Cashel isn't working. Now, Fermoy is about, according to my sat-nav, 92 kilometers away. According to the guessometer, I've got 96 kilometers of range left, so it's going to be tight. But yeah, we're going to give it a shot, and we'll see what the sat-nav says when we get to Cahir. I know that from Mitchelstown sort of onwards, it's pretty much downhill really, so that should help with the range estimates. We're going to climb a little from here up until probably about Cashel, and then from that point onward it's more or less downhill. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's a long old day. I'm just glad I actually got charged in Erlingford, to be quite honest. It was working perfectly fine this morning, so I wasn't willing to give up. But I'm definitely going to keep an eye on the fact, does having your mobile phone charging from your USB port have anything to do with potentially something bad happening to your charger? I doubt it somehow, but hey, look, whatever works. Okay guys, I'll talk to you when I'm in Fermoy or Cahir or wherever the hell I decide to do. Bye. Not sure if you can hear it, but let's see. Hear that? Like, there's a constant 40 to 50 kilometer/hour headwind, and it's just draining the battery dry. It is unreal. I don't think I've ever seen it that way. So needless to say, I chickened out and I'm in car actually charging up for the on the 22 kilowatt. I'm going to give it about 10 minutes or so. That should be sufficient to actually get to Fermoy and use the fast charger there, or at least what's supposed to be the fast charger. Right. This is going to be a long day. I think I left Dublin around 6 o'clock. It's now 8:45. Or sorry, I left it around 3 o'clock. It's now 8:45, so I've been on the road back from Dublin for about 6 hours, including my little stopover. It's just a 5 minutes little nip off the motorway. So it just goes to show us that if you have a really heavy headwind, it just drains your battery, and you'll really have to increase the amount of stops like you do. It's a shame, really, but hey, such is life. Right. I'll give it 5 or 10 minutes and we'll head on. Bye bye. Okay, that was quite literally a 5-minute top up. I'm on my way now to Fermoy. The wind has gone really bad. Now I did a minor trick, but I'm not sure whether that's actually going to work. I doubt it. I reset my my B tripometer, and that resets sort of my guesstimate a little bit. I'd say it's going to come down quite quickly. I'll have enough to get to Fermoy, where I'll be picking up something in Parson Hotel, and I will be charging up in Fermoy and on to home. It's now 9 o'clock. I'm genuinely getting a little bit frustrated with the lack of progress due to the headwind, really, and the fact that the chargers weren't working. If Erlingford had worked when it would have, same with Port Leash, I reckon I'd be nearly home by now. The delay in Port Leash was unfortunate, and the delay in Cahir was just a pain in the behind, or the delay in Erlingford. Anyhow, onwards, as they say, and we'll talk to you guys in Fermoy. Bye. Right, made it to Fermoy. Time to collect my package and get to the charge point. 12 kilometers estimate range left. I'm very close to battery warning. I'm about 2 kilometers from the charge point, and I'm genuinely getting tired now. It is 20 minutes past 9. Long old day. Right, final stop of the day. 15% and we're down in Fermoy. It's 9:30 at the moment. You can probably hear the fans kicking in. It's the second time I had to start it actually. It's just failed again. This has not been a good day with regards to fast chargers. It's just stopped again. Alright, here we go again. Now we are charging. Reluctantly, I think this is the second or third time. As you can tell, it started raining. Just to reflect my mood, the weather has been absolutely horrible. Now it is charging at the moment is at 20%, so I'm just hoping it's gonna keep on going at least for a little while. If I can get to about 35-40%, I'll make it home and I'll do the rest at home. But it's been a long old day. It's been a long old day. It doesn't help that you're standing around on, an empty supermarket lot. with nothing else around you, no lights, no nothing. Okay, I really wish I wasn't working tomorrow. Anyway, I'll give this 10-15 minutes and I'm on my way home. Alright, that was a 15-minute charge. Time to go home. Knackered. Now, I shall give you guys a report on, well, you already know how the trip went because you watched the video, but I'll give you guys a report on the totals, I suppose, because I don't think I'll know the total of the amount of kilowatt hours used and all that kind of stuff, because I cleared the trip computer. But I'll give you guys a summary of distance and things like that. Right now, I'm going home. I'm going to plug this car in and I'm going to go to bed. So, good night. Morning, folks. What is this? Okay. It is now Monday morning, 2 days after I eventually made it home. I drove a total of 495 kilometers, give or take, because I did actually reset some of the counters on my car. And as you guys saw, the journey was well, not as smooth as I would have liked. In saying that, all the chargers, with the exception of Portlaoise and Cashel, did actually work after a bit of coaching, but they did work. So I am wondering whether or not it is my car or whichever way I plug in that is not making it work. The thing with the fast chargers is that the cable is quite heavy, and I do have the feeling that either the lock on the car or the way I put the plug in isn't sufficient enough, that I sort of have to give it an extra push. Anyway, we got home eventually. The weather didn't help either. Speaking of which, the weather is still pretty crap. It is currently 9:36 in the morning. And today is the day that Zoe is getting a new dashboard. So, which means I am currently going to go to my good friends at Kiri's in Middleton, who have scheduled this car in for a dashboard replacement after they got confirmation from Renault that this was possible. I hope it's going to be a free replacement. It should be a free replacement, because that's what it seems to be in other countries. And one of the things that it should do, other than, well, probably darken the front of the car a bit, is get rid of the reflection that this dashboard, as nice as it is, gives. People may have noticed in my, I think it was my previous video, or the one before that even, that when I was driving to the Kerry photo rally point, at some stage during the time lapse that I did, you can see the reflection in the window pretty bad at certain angles when the sun shines, and I do feel that this is a safety issue, really. Renault seems to have agreed and have brought out a darker dashboard on any Zoe produced, I think it's September 2014 onwards. Mine was produced in August 2014 because I was impatient. I wanted to get a car. I didn't want to wait until January to order one. So I got one with the darker, the lighter dashboards, and Renault have offered a retrofit, so with the dashboard that the latest revision has for free, which is very nice. I am genuinely looking forward to it. I've seen pictures online and videos, and I'm genuinely looking forward to the difference it is going to make. People have described it as sort of a night and day issue. There probably still going to be some reflection. I mean, every single car has a bit of reflection. It's just inevitable, but it should greatly increase the safety of this particular car. Not that I actually had any unsafe situations so far, but I can understand that if you're driving through, say, a wooded area along trees, and with the sun shining straight ahead of you, there is a chance that it will be completely blocking out your view. So we are on our way to Middleton, and I shall report back when I am there. So, as they say in Winnie the Pooh, TTFN, ta-ta for now. So we made it. Busy traffic, what can I say? Just tie up a little, because no doubt this car is going to be a bit of a mess by the time I'm back. Well, no, actually, a bit of a mess when they're working on it, not when I get back. It'll be fine when I get back. Okay, so for people who hadn't actually seen it, this is the before picture. Nice and beige top, which I genuinely like. And we'll see what it is when when it's all replaced. Bye. Okay, yeah, as you can tell, I'm not in my own car. I'm in a little Ford Fiesta, a 1.5 litre diesel. Now, first of all, I've never had a diesel. I had to get used to that. First thing I had to do when I got in the car was top up with petrol or diesel. And the first thing I noticed was that I am so freaking spoiled with actually driving an automatic. It is absolutely, now don't get me wrong, it's a nice car. It's comfy. It is it's spacious. It doesn't seem to have Bluetooth. That's the only thing I'm fairly annoyed about. Or either that, or I just haven't figured out how to work it. But I can't seem to find anything related to Bluetooth. Yeah. Anywho's, they weren't able to actually tell me exactly how long it's going to take. They haven't done one before. But judging by what I read online and other things, it's going to take them probably until tomorrow evening. So I've got this car insured until tomorrow evening. Yeah. Anyway, so I suppose I'll just end up going home, because there's no point in actually hanging around. And I'll report back whenever I hear something. Okay. Yeah, this is just out of, when people are used to watching my videos, this is just out of. Do you hear that? It's like a steam engine, isn't it? When you're so used to driving electric, smooth, no gears, no noise, no nothing, to have this. And then every single little puff costs you money. It's amazing. Yeah. No, I'm delighted to be driving electric, and I can I can say honestly that I will never ever be buying a car with an internal combustion engine ever again. Okay, right, I'm gonna go home. Later, folks. Here we are. Oh, someone locked it again with the key. Let's see now. Wow, even washed. Aren't I lucky? Ooh, shiny. god. The difference. Yeah, that makes it a huge difference. That makes an absolutely huge difference. Brilliant. Well, I can't really gloat or anything like that. Look at the difference there. That is brilliant. Alright folks, I have stuff to do, so I can't really stay, and I'll give a more detailed review later, but I'll go for my first drive and see what a difference it is. It's a perfect sunny day, so we'll see exactly what a difference this new dash is going to make. First impressions, excellent. Good morning folks. I haven't actually had a time to actually properly film the dashboard. Now, I wish I could promise you a nice blue sky to film the dashboard whilst driving, but I can't. It's a wonderful spring morning in Ireland. Yeah. Gale force winds and rain, as you can tell. Anyway, the black dashboard, it's been 2 days now since I picked it up. I'm on my way back to Cork City just for work, and I just thought I'd film the actual dashboard whilst driving, but you can't really appreciate the lack of reflection when there is, number one, no sunlight, and there's rain beating down on the windscreen. But anyway, yesterday was a nice bright and sunny day, and I didn't actually have any time to film really. But the dashboard, as you can probably see, is very well fitted. It has made a big difference whilst driving. Two things worth noting. Number one, there is still some reflection. I mean, every car has some windscreen reflection, but it's a huge improvement. The second thing worth noting is that it actually seemed to have gotten rid of some of the sort of creaks that I had in the old dashboard. Now, I'm not expecting that to last because the roads here are quite bad, and most of the roads I do most of my driving on have it's very bumpy. So I'm nearly every single car I've had was sort of shaken to pieces after a while. So I'm not expecting the lack of creaks to last. But anyway, thanks very much to the guys in Keary's and Middleton for doing an excellent job, for doing a very fast job. They pretty much had it. I got a phone call around noon the following day after I dropped it off, and I don't think they actually moved it into the garage until around noon the previous day. So they pretty much got it done in probably about 6 or 7 man hours, which was quite nice. I was told that they made a bit of a miscalculation for planning because of the fact they thought it was just the instrument panel that needed to be replaced, not the entire dashboard. But that's alright. It was done, and it was done beautifully, so thanks very much, guys. I think I'm going to leave it at that for this particular episode. I've got enough footage, probably enough for 2 episodes. I might show you guys the lack of reflection on a nice bright sunny day whenever it appears in the next few days, hopefully, and we'll save it for the next episode. I did take a picture of the dashboard before, which should be up on your screen now, and a picture of pretty much the same angle after, which should be up on your screen now. As you can see, the difference in the looks, I actually kind of like it. Now, the beige dashboard was quite nice, and it doesn't clash with the rest of the interior of this particular dashboard, but you do notice that it's sort of I'm not entirely sure, but it kind of looks like an afterthought, which it is. But it's definitely not bad because it's the full top. I think it makes the blue of the stripe going across the dash stand out a bit more, and it's actually quite nice. So yeah, I'm delighted with this dashboard. Alright folks, so that's about it. Any other further announcements? Oh yeah, we're planning on actually coming back from Holland, not going straight from Rotterdam back to England. We're actually looking into going back from Dunkirk in France to Dover. Haven't quite found a proper place to stay yet because it's a rather long journey. We'd like to see a few things in Belgium. So yeah, it looks like Zoe is going to go through 5 countries, Ireland included, on our little journey. So yeah, looking forward to it. I know France is only going to be like 30 or 40 kilometers, but it has different reasons. So yes, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and we will see you guys again. Bye.